spares a removal spell that works actually like a counter spell. You must have it when the thing happens. And if you don't draw it later, it's completely useless. Right. Like, my deck is full of Psychic Frog and Kaito and Quantum Riddler and ways to draw cards. I don't want my cards to be bad if I can't draw into them. We'll give this a shot. Thoughtseize into Spell Snare. My first name with some letters in it. Orn. All right, so blue-white blink. Probably just have to take the Quantum Riddler. I'd rather take this Ocelot Pride, but if I take the Quantum Riddler, I might be able to get Tasker down in a couple turns. I might even Subtlety the Ocelot Pride. Then again, I could take the Ocelot Pride, Spell Snare, the White Orchid Phantom, and just hope to draw interaction for the Riddler. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hopefully they have to bolt in this Witch Enchanter. Going for Riddler. All right. Yeah, I'll take that. See what you got. Okay. We got stuff. So if I take Solitude, 1, 2, Bolton, Witch Enchanters, 3, they'd have to get rid of 2 white cards in hand to be able to march my Tasker. So it would get rid of a land or Witch Enchanter, 2 more white cards. I'd really like to get this Tasker down right now. So they might not have double white to be able to White Orchid plus. I know they're not going to have triple white, but they might not be able to Witch Enchanter plus something, or they have to give up a lot of cards to do it. Enchanter down. Orchid Phantom down. You just choose not to use it? Are there any any reason they would not use White Orchid Phantom here. I was drowning Lockbin. It's been fine in like testing outside of Magic Online. I haven't played it much online, so it's hard to give a real opinion of it in like an actual online meta. Put Ocelot Pride on top. Can we sink there and then snare the other Phantom? Well, there's no guarantee they're going to play another Phantom, right? Like, maybe they do. See what's on top. Did I hear what happened to you at the finals of the RCQ? I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't hear that much. This might come back to bite me. They have an Ephemerate. Okay. It's not coming back to bite me too much just yet. Opponent spilled chalky milk all over my deck box. Time to be alive. All right, so let's swing in with Tasigur. Here's a frog. Say go. It's so cooked. I'll message you later. Please do. I'm curious. Their hand is a March of Otherworldly Light, a White Orchid Phantom, and an Unknown. Put the White Orchid Phantom on the stack. Pretty please. Have White Orchid Phantom in your 75. Clearly you want to cast the card. Just cast the card. So Worst case scenario would be Solitude is their top deck, right? I'll put this other frog in front. If it's Solitude, they can evoke Solitude, exile the Subtlety, arch the frog. They would do it after first strike damage, so they'd gain life. They can do that anyway, though, so... It's got to be a solid... It's either a Solitude or another Ephemerate. I'm pretty sure those are the only plausible options here. Marching my Subtlety. Exiling. It was Ephemerate. No, that's the Ephemerate they had earlier. It's the second March. Yeah. That is fine. That's gonna die. Good draw. Jump their frog, or jump my frog so it doesn't just get chump blocked by this cat token. I know they can block it with the Ocelot Pride, but I'm fine if they want to give up their pride to stop me from drawing a card. All right. Carry on. Interesting play by OP. I wouldn't think that advances their board much. I wouldn't think so either. I kind of think they should have exiled the frog, but each their own. We've got a White Orchid Phantom and an Unknown. Starfield Shepherd. So if I evoke Subtlety off of Spell Snare, drown in the lock, kill the cat, untap, discard whatever I draw into frog, I win. Destroy cat. Evoke Subtlety. I don't know, man. That Tassiger card looked pretty good there. It did the whole get my opponent dead thing, which was pretty high up on my priority list for the card. Blue-white energy, blue-white blink, something. I don't know what we're calling it. They don't run like Rest in Peace, do they? They do run Rest in Peace. Yeah, I want to consider going down on Drowns. Probably just do like that. Send it. Just gonna hope they don't have White Orchid Phantoms. Cut sub for some consigns. You could. It's like, it's really good against Felia, especially if they're trying to blink their own stuff. I don't think it's great against most everything else. Of Felia. If they respond to my fetch. Another fatal push. Oh. Like, they didn't play Guide or Pride on turn 1. So I think I just want to play the bigger game. All right, got a Mystical Dispute. Yep. All right. That play is always a gamble because, like, the Felia doesn't do anything else without more cards. So, like, Felia needs something to blink, or it's just a 2/2 attacker. And most of the value blink targets, I'd rather hit those instead. Especially because they play like Ephemerate and Consign. So if I kill the Felia, if I kill the Felia, I run the risk of like the other things staying on the field anyway. It's never like a perfect answer, but I like the downside a little bit more. All right, show me what you got. Feel like I'm cheating on Murktide, the love of my life, but Tasker is doing it better for me right now. Well, it's because the deck is, for the most part, like, built to take advantage of Tasker. It's not built to be a Murktide deck. But everybody's just like, Delve, play Murktide. Period. End of discussion. Must play Murktide. Do Murktide thing. Would I rather drown in the lock this Guide of Souls? Would I rather get, like, Frog down? Drown. Stop him from hopping the Starfield Shepherd. Murktide was pretty underwhelming for me. It was often just a 4/4 flyer, which is not enough. I agree. Like, I don't know how to explain to people that if I weren't playing Tasigur in this deck, I wouldn't be playing Murktide because it's not a good Murktide deck. So you're not playing Tasigur over Murktide. All right. So I can for sure draw 2 if it resolves. Why do they have Haywire Might in post sideboard? Couldn't tell you. That's just the axis they wanted to fight on. I'm gonna consign my Murktide draw trigger. Or my Quantum Riddler draw trigger. Why? Your last card better be Ephemerate. All right. Opponent kind of had. Technically, we're not great off, but we can replay Quantum Riddler next turn. Gain some life. I don't know why they didn't just evoke the Solitude and consign the evoke trigger when they consigned the Riddler ETB. But like it would have saved them a card in hand. Like, hey, having that Ephemerate in hand would be pretty freaking good with that that Riddler off the top there. Second Riddler stabilizes. It's got a chance. You have another Felia. Man. But it's drawn pretty well. We'll see if they hit the land for this hard cast Riddler. Gonna say, please don't put that Felia on top. Okay. Still don't have any profitable attacks through the Riddler. I would like their draws. Draws look a little bit better. Fire this off just to be able to draw 2 next turn. That should be like the biggest red waving flag to my opponent that my hand sucks. Brooder of the Guard. You're getting Ocelot Pride. Yep. So I need a pest control off the top, some kind of bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I play, shock this in, go to 7, play Riddler, I've got block, block, block one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not dead. Right on time, deck. Right on time. I guess now I hope they go land Riddler. Guide will jump a cat. I mean, I've got 2 flying blockers, and they would have 2 flying attackers. Okay. Opponent drew exceptionally well down the stretch there. Word Kaito's back in on the play. The day of the ban ephemerate, I'd be so happy. Spell Snare is probably a good call to cut. I think Spell Snare probably would have been a better cut than the Thought Seizes. On another Bowmaster. Rather find lands. I guess Snare does hit White Orchid Phantom. That's a plus. Not a huge plus, but a plus. Show me a third land. Sorry, Teferi. Sacrifice was in vain. What do we got? Nothing. It's... What would they be doing with nothing? Like, Belia plus Mystical Dispute? EBD? Okay. Not playing anything. All right. The land is solid. We're going to play Oculus today. Well, we're in the challenge right now, so depends how that goes. OP switch to blue-white control with Scepter Chan. Sideboard into straight blue-white control. My only guess is that they have like some amount of threats, or not threats, some amount of answers that they don't think Bowmasters is worth. Like maybe they have Solitude white card and they don't want to waste it on a Bowmasters. I'm lost at this point. Show me an untapped land. Next turn, Supreme Verdict on the Bowman in the army. That would be depressing. Solitude off a Witch Enchanter. They just have Quantum Riddler in hand. Spell Snare. I don't think I've ever seen Spell Snare out of a blue-white opponent or a blink opponent. Let's respond. Spell Snare is going to resolve. I really feel like they have a Quantum Riddler. And they're just wanting to... They might have, like, Quantum Riddler Ephemerate or something. And they're really wanting to get this Bowmaster off the board before they do that. Field Shepherd. So this can go and get Mockingbird. So the problem with the bait argument is if the bait kills me, then it's not really bait. Like, if this goes and gets Mockingbird and their Mockingbird copies my Bowmaster, then I just like don't have a clock and I don't have pressure if they have a bow or a Riddler anymore. So at that point, it's like just really good. See what you've been holding on to. Road Ephemerate. The Starfield Shepherd is on top. I would really like to draw 2 off this Quantum Riddler. So, if the Quantum Riddler finds an answer to the Starfield Shepherd, then I get to answer their top deck, strand the Erode, or strand the Ephemerate. Hardcast Quantum Riddler next turn. How many answers do I have to the Starfield Shepherd left? 1 drown, 2 counterspell gone. I still have Subtlety blue card, so I have 3 Subtlety, 1 more drown, 2 counterspell. That's it. All right, we're gonna risk it. Well, they're good hits, but they're not answers to the Subtlety, unfortunately, or to the Starfield Shepherd. I guess if they go for Mockingbird, I can dispute the Mockingbird. Your Guide of Souls, really? I don't know. I feel like that's not as good as going for the Mockingbird line. But get Guide Pride. Show me a Pest Control. All right, so they're going to be able to get City's Blessing here. I wonder if they're just going to get another Ocelot Pride. They do. I'm really, really surprised that they're not trying to get like a higher value play than more Ocelot Prides. Like, obviously, Ocelot Pride is a good Magic card. No argument. But I feel like it's not the game-ending threat that you want to be here. Yep. We swing in with the Quantum Riddler. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They jump the Starfield Shepherd, so I guess I can't attack in. I could stun the Starfield Shepherd. I kind of feel like that's not better than zeroing the Kaito, because I need to find pest control. If I find pest control, I have a very good chance of winning. Definitely not letting that resolve, because that's another jump on the guide. They're all coming at me. That's good for Kaito. Definitely blocking you. Block you. Probably worth it to go ahead and take out one of these. 5 versus 8 matter. What? Come on, Quantum Riddler. Hey. I would like to cast a pest control. I would like to shoot the sheriff, your Starfield Shepherd. I would like to attack. 0 Kaito. Draw a Drowning Lock. That's a hard counter spell right now. Show it to me. I got 2 turns of Time Walks here. Oh, now you want to show up as control. All right. Missing lethal's fine. We're... Oh, so good. It's whatever. On. What do we got? Indozoa. Land Mountain Goblin Guide attack. Basic Plains Champion of the Parish, go. Breeding Pool Tameo. I have no idea what plays Breeding Pool Tameo. Ritual. Doesn't Ritual typically play green fetch lands though? So that you can get your forest with Harbinger. See what we got. Neoform. Neoform your Tameo into an Ice Fang Quaddle and then Neoform the Ice Fang into an Oculus. Let's go. Be hot. Ledger Shredder. Hoopopotamus. Getting into Modern, why was it better to Frog rather than hold up Bowmaster Counterspell in the last turn? Because my opponent can't attack into my Frog with a Tameo. So they have to do something else. I've got Subtlety to deal with a creature if I want. So I'm not like shields down, and it lets me pressure back. Bowmaster's not really pressuring back. Turns out Bowmaster would have pressured back, but, you know. I wasn't ready for Ledger Shredder. Thinking. Phallic Rebuke. So they're like a Mox Amber deck. I assume. Would you like to block my Frog? Tell him that Underworld Breach is banned. There's probably like some 7-mana functional reprint of Underworld Breach from some random product nobody's ever heard of. Where it's like Lumra and Titan, like, hey, you can combo. If you do this convoluted line, you don't need Lotus Field. Don't even need Aftermath Analyst. I kind of like the idea of discard 2 and Bowmaster this down. So discard Thoughtseize, discard Archive. that better than just discarding? Yeah. Like, they've got a Mishra's Bauble on board. They might be wanting to draw cards. In which case, just having the Bowmaster down is better. If they, like, Subtlety my Bowmaster or something, I can discard another card. Okay. Maybe they have to make an awkward choice. It's not killing my frog. That's a plus. Still no real idea what's going on. They have a land that can flip this Tameo. Not only is it a land, it's the land. That accursed land. All right, so I have to discard 2 to the frog to deal with this Tameo, which I think is worth it. Discard Dark Slick. What? Dark Slick and... Or maybe I just discard Spell Snare Subtlety. Yeah. Like that. Keep my land drop. In case I hit a 1-drop. Like, you know what would be a freaking hilariously awesome draw right here? Would be Tasigur the Golden Fang. Thoughtseize is good too, I guess. They're a Cori Steel Cutter deck. So I've got to take something between Cori Steel or Emery. I kind of like them spending more mana on Cori Steel. I think I'm going to take Emery. Cori and Emery the Planeswalker. Yeah, Deathrite Shaman's too good, but Emery's fine in the format. You're telling me this isn't just as much of a 1-mana Planeswalker as Deathrite Shaman? Ooh. That's good for me. And I think I'm discarding that into Frog because they've already shown me Unholy Heat. So I have a chance to play around that for free. Is that better as a Surveil? Yes. So I'm not killing them next turn anyway. And if they Tormod's Crypt me, I can fetch, Surveil, plus discard whatever I draw and fly the Frog. You think they have a main deck Pithing Needle? See what happens. Might regret that choice later. Aether Spellbomb. Steal. They've got a skateboard, 2 unknowns. Frog is bounced. Yep. I'm not too surprised by that. Like, I don't necessarily think it's a perfect play, but at the same time, I understand just using the Tormod's Crypt because you have it. But at the same time, like, I know about the Tormod's Crypt. I have Thoughtseize, bruh. I have Thoughtseize you. I have seen the Tormod's Crypt in your hand. So, like, the odds of me putting something on top that are graveyard reliant is fairly low. But again, I get it. I don't think it's like a sketchy play. I think it's just I have Tormod's Crypt. I'm using Tormod's Crypt. All right, we need to find something. That. So I can discard that to the Frog. I can even attack in. Because, like, I'm dead to spells anyway, so I might as well not care, not try to play around spells. That's an awkward. Steelcutter's legal in Modern. Thought they would have banned it across the board. It's had moments where it's been really good. It's had moments where it's been really bad. And we're like somewhere in the middle at the moment. I kind of think it's better to just get down Tassiger. Like, if I shoot this and they just move it over, I don't think that really gets me anywhere. Also, can we talk about this Tassiger that I can play out right now, where I would not be able to play out Murktide Regent or Gurmag Angler? All right, hit a land. I need you to whiff. Nice. Mishra's Bauble into the graveyard. Oh, man. What's my play? Do I just have to hold the line this turn and pass? Does attacking do anything for me? I think I would rather pass the turn holding up Force of Negation and then have activate Tassiger at the end of their turn. The worst that can happen if I swing with Frog. They double block these two. I have to discard Force of Negation to try to hit something. I have to discard Force of Negation to kill these, and then they hit a spell on their turn. I just let this go. Just drawing whatever they draw next anyway. Give me back a Thoughtseize. That's fine. So I have lethal right here. I discard 3, jump the Frog, activate Tassiger. They have to give me something back. I discard that, kill them. I want to activate Tassiger now so that if their last card is Unholy Heat, I can discard this Force Negation to the Frog to play around it. Where is your Murktide God at now? Where is your Murktide God now? Asker's slowly making Murktide look like Tarmogoyf. Just setting them back a few decades. All right. Murktide could be just gigantic. We couldn't have cast Murktide. The turn we played Tasigur, we literally could not put Murktide on the battlefield. All right, Drown and Lock pretty bad into Tormod's Crypt, Kaito. Unfortunately, Tasigur not great into the Tormod's Crypt deck. I guess Pest Control is probably fine. Maybe I want Spell Bomb. They showed me Unholy Heat. I don't know what I would play Spell Bomb over. Tasker's our game one champ. It always takes the bench. Well, I mean, he's going to take the bench against some amount of Tormod's Crypt main deck. 75. What are we playing against? Affinity Prowess Hybrid? I think it's like the blue-red Cori Steel Cutter Affinity deck. It was popular for a little bit, like several months ago, then kind of fell off. It's pretty bad. Better. We saw green. I wonder what that means. Probably like Haywire Might, if I had to take a guess. Turn one play is hot. But then again, like, they did fetch up Breeding Pool first, which is a little awkward for the Haywire Might theory. Like, I would kind of expect if that was the payoff, they would have gone for a Breeding Pool when they actually needed it. But they intentionally fetched up a Breeding Pool first. Maybe they just, no, we saw their entire hand. They didn't have Might. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta, like, nod and agree. Probably just Haywire Might and Veil. If they're on Veil as well, we're kind of doomed. They didn't. So they played out the Cori Steel, didn't follow it up with anything. I would really like to get this frog down. Yeah, I think I am going to get the frog down. While they're like a ways off of Delirium. They play like a Ledger Shredder. Warp a Quantum Riddler. They have Consign. I'm sure they have consign in their 75, but I don't know if they're a main deck consign deck. That would seem really awkward with Cori Steelcutter, right? Not a believer in OP's deck. Well, what if you saw her face? Then now would you be a believer? Beto. Not a trace of doubt in my mind, TBH. They just lean on Thoughtseize first. I'm probably pest controlling here. Unless I see a hand that's just like really, really weak to pest control. I do not see a hand that's really, really weak to pest control. You have an Otawara for my frog. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the pest control here so that I can get the draw off of this frog. Because they're gonna have Otawara for it next turn anyway. So it doesn't make sense to attack in, discard 2. Strict Serenade. We are like 4.5 minutes up on clock, too. And we're in game 2 with the advantage. Fair. That's a very, very good 2 draws into my Psychic Frog sink into Stupor. They don't Otawara. You think they don't know they could channel there? That would be kind of crazy. Like to interact with that. Like to do the thing that lets me see some more cards. Quantum Riddler on top. I'm gonna play out 2 Psychic Frogs and say go. Show me what we're working with. Pithing Needle named Psychic Frog. Pithing Needle named Psychic Frog. Does this get discounted for... Yeah, it does get discounted for... No. Only it gets discounted for creatures. Because they flipped Tamio. Otawara is no longer discounted. Doomrex, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome afternoon. Appreciate you coming around and hanging out. Green Cuttlefish, thank you so much for the follow as well. Hope you are also having an awesome afternoon. Appreciate you coming around and hanging out. Emery, Lurker of the Lock. Skateboard the Emery. Quantum Riddler, flip the Tamio. So now you have a Tamio trigger to shrink my frogs. All that's in the yard is a Strix Serenade. It's kind of cute. Does get rid of Tamio's skateboard, clue token, and a Mox Opal. Definitely casting it. I guess I just attack with like frog subtlety. And I can discard the Sink into Stupor into whichever frog they don't block. All right. They've got a Quantum Riddler in exile, an Otawara, and an Unknown in hand. Mother... Ah! It's always Ursa Saga on top. Like clockwork. It haunts my dreams. Just, it's there constantly. Wonder if they're going to discard the Otawara. Discard another Quantum Riddler. Keeping Otawara over Quantum Riddler. Well, you can't attack because you're dead. I'm going to cast Fatal Push, targeting Ledger Shredder. I'm going to put a lethal attack onto the stack. What say you? I see you have chosen death. Which is why I try my best to at least stay in tune with the success of similar archetypes. Yeah, and it's tough to keep that success level or keep that level of attention while also adapting, like parsing out what is being played because it's a necessity versus what's being played because it's a response to something that's going on, or it's a card that like needs to be available. Green Sun's Zenith. This is Trudge, right? Trudge is like the only thing playing Garden of Freyalise. Much as I hate it, I'm gonna take the arguably best card in Modern. They do have a fight rigging if they want it this turn. Or they have a Sowing Myco spawn. Okay. Pretty good too. Our 10 or greater. Let's get Frog down. This next turn is probably going to be like Fatal Push, Myco spawn, Warp, discard, Warp Riddler. I'd say unless they want to attack now. Pretty good. So let's go Fetch, Swamp, Fatal Push, Myco spawn. How far off are they from this Emrakul? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I just need to go like go fast. Can't hold up Fatal Push this turn, so I think I'm just ditching it. Try to find something that I can pitch this subtlety to. That hurts. Okay. 2 draws. 2 draws to dodge. They hit a Kozilek's command off the top. Okay. That doesn't do anything. Does it? 2, 4. They can cast Emrakul next turn, can't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be tapped. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, they can cast Emrakul next turn. So my out is I need to find a blue card for Subtlety. So maximize our chances of finding a blue card for Subtlety. That is a blue card for Subtlety. Let's think about this. There's no way to stop them from exiling enough to my graveyard. Right. Five, six. Can't all right. See what happens. Why would you tap out? Because now you don't have a chump blocker on my next turn. Why'd you tap out? Why did you attack with a Dryad Arbor? They could have gone discard, discard, exile my 6 cards, and then pass to my next turn, and I have to hit a removal spell for the Dryad Arbor. If they had just kept both of these back, they go pass to my next turn, or pass to their control turn, discard both of these, exile all 6, pass back. I can't draw a way to fly the frog and get these blockers or get these blockers out of the way. Eldrazi players SMH indeed. I need to see a Trudge deck list. Because I did see somebody play against mono green Eldrazi last night that was similar, but I think that the fight rigging is what gives it away as being Trudge and not something else. But of course, I'm not going to be able to find a deck list for this deck because they're all under weird other names. Organized. Snare looks really bad. I don't think I want all the subtleties. Kaito, Bowman can go. Mitt. Eldrazi's the new mono red. See card, cast card, no think. No think, only cast. I'll give this a shot. I do want another land. I'm not going to play it yet, but I want to be able to hard cast this Kaito on 4 if need be. I wonder if my opponent's got a Kozilek's command. I did say I wanted the 4th land. I didn't really say I wanted the 5th land. That's so much mana. Like, I want to consign the trigger for them to search. Like, you can have my land, but you can't have more. Interesting. All right, big Kozilek's command right here. Sorcery speed. Do it. Big Kozilek's command. All the mana. I don't think they're going to do it. Green Sun Zenith for 1. So this is going for the Trudge. Do I force this? See what's on top. They play Dismember? I would assume so. I can't really play around Dismember. I think I keep this on top and I force of negation the Green Sun Zenith. All right. Annoying, but doesn't make colorless mana. I'm going to go ahead and get my Surveil here. Want that. Harbinger. Fine, you can't cast it right now. Ow. Okay. I think I have to play the Riddler. Really wish that had been a blue card, but is what it is. Malevolent Rumble. Worth forcing. That's a colorless mana plus a lot towards Emrakul, both of which I don't want to deal with. Green Suns for Trudge. Okay. I can Fatal Push the Trudge, I guess. We know one of the blind cards is Devourer. Yeah, I think I do actually Fatal Push the Trudge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He can't Emrakul if I do this. And it gives me a chance to upkeep Fatal Push on my next turn to draw 2. I kind of don't want to kill this Ronus. I think I like this making 1 instead of 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thoughtseize here. I just play out Tasigur. I think I attack, play out Tasigur. I have to end the game at some point. Dead, 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 dead. Upkeep, drown in the lock to destroy the Dryad Arbor. Green Suns for 6. Double Fatal Push. All right, we're definitely killing that. Maybe we're not killing that. No, we still have to, right? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so they've got Emrakul mana regardless. So maybe the Thoughtseize is better here. Take your fight rigging. Triple Devourer. Okay. I guess that's fine. Somebody give me a consigned memory. Thank you. Thank you, deck. Did good. Will earn you a gold star. And I believe I just have lethal in the air next turn. So original consign hits Emrakul. Consign replicate hits cast trigger. We discard you. Discard you. Draw 2 off of our Riddler. Discard. Discard. Make sure none of these stupid things have reach for whatever ungodly reason. Make sure this can't untap or something. Discard. Fly Frog. Back for 10 in the air. Boom! Oh, slingshot it. Across 3 F&Ms from a 1 of in your 75. Am I hearing that correctly? 2 of, you have even more of them? You just play against, like, nobody that ever actually stops you from resolving a living end? Your meta all mono white humans? Swift Spear, Dart, Dart. I would like to take a Quarry Steel Cutter. Pass back. See if maybe they'll be nice enough to start off with Preordain. They do not. Kind of rude of them. S. Well, that makes life quite a bit more difficult when the 2 top decks are second land, second Quarry Steel Cutter. Also have like a channeler here. Jesus. Drawing hot fire. Dude! Lottery ticket now! Stop whatever you're doing. Go get lottery ticket. Unfortunately, I do have to block this Dragon's Rage channeler. I got nothing. I don't think you can draw any more perfect than that after a turn 1 Thoughtseize. God bless. That was not meant to be that game. Must have a great gaming chair. Truly. That was... Ooh, that was wild. I'm not sure if any top decks there could have been better. It's like if they don't hit the second land on turn 2 and they have to start off with something like a preordain, I get to Bowmaster kill the Swift Spear. If they didn't have second Swift Spear, I maybe could have taken one of those on turn 1, played Frog out on turn 2, but they had second Swift Spear. Drawing the second Cori Steel Cutter, so I have to use my counter on the Cori Steel instead of killing the Swift Spear. Like, that was just... Ooh, all around. One top, one bottom. Shot has been plotted. If they decide to go for the slick shot. I think that means I'm just going to cycle this pest control. Good. All right, we got a slick shot and a swift spear. Think they got a spell pierce. Do in fact have a spell pierce. All right. Flashback on Preordain. Third copy of Corey Steelcutter. I can't counter because I need to answer this slick shot. Show me second spell pierce. Okay. Less okay. Why would they fire that off when they need to top deck? What do they do off of? Flick shot on top. All right, what's the follow up? Yep. Need a frog. All right, I attack him with one of these Riddlers here. Because I need to have lethal in the air next turn. I've got Fatal Push for 1 token. Double counter spell. So even if they have a Corey Steel trigger, I'm still swinging in for lethal. Or they're not killing me. I'm swinging in for lethal. Less draw good. More draw bad things, please. Just triple Cori steel cutter in the top like 16 is brutal. I mean, I have to keep this, right? What do you want to bet? They go like Swift Spear, Bobble or something. All right, maybe not. You keep Thoughtseize against them. I keep a couple on the draw, or a couple on the play, and then more on the draw because you have to be able to answer Cori Steel Cutter. Like, you cannot win the game if you don't answer Cutter, and it just gives you more answers to it on the draw. Okay. That third land right there is the entire reason that I took Flusterstorm, so that they wouldn't be able to plot Slick Shot and have mana open to Flusterstorm my pest control. They also surveilled to the top, so probably dead, you know. My brother in Christ, please. Please stop. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Kept Channeler on top. Okay. Save this. Am I playing out this frog? I don't want to into the lava dart. But at the same time, like, dude, just hit a land. Hit a land. Like, has not whiffed a draw step in any capacity. Blocking doesn't do anything for me, so... Yeah, I would have needed, like, second pest control right here. So they should go... upkeep dart me. Oh. What are we doing? What are we doing? Jesus fuck. Like, okay. In the grand scheme of things, I am not actually salty, just so we're all aware. Variance happens at a degree, but I think that might have been the highest good variance match, like as a whole, 3 games that I think I have ever seen. Just in terms of hitting the right things at the right times, not missing at any point, hitting the highly impactful things when they needed to hit highly impactful things. Like, I want Ink Eyes reprint for ninjas. I would settle for Ninja of the Deep Hours standard reprint. Shadowy Backstreet. Ah, yes. Love to see the oops into Goryo's target. With the Goryos. Double Atraxa in hand. With a Winter Night Stories. I didn't know about that land previously, so that's nice of them. Kept a card on top. I think I'm counterspelling this. Their hand is pretty bad and clumped up. Subtlety. All right. What do I think opponent would have kept on top? What do I think they would have kept on top? Frog or Mending? Maybe. Or like 4th land just to try to get closer to hard casting something. Okay. Guess if they drew Ephemerate, that's a little awkward. Guarding Atraxa. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's Surveil. Not want an Odawara. Get down Tasigur. Don't want Fatal Push. I guess I would take Thoughtseize. No. Get rid of Thoughtseize. Let Tasigur get tooted and we're even. I don't really want Tasigur to get solitude. I kind of want to counterspell this and then have Force of Negation if they've got a like Goryos. That's like worst case, I guess. Pretty bad for me. Shock-in Breeding Pool. All right, so we got Tasigur v Quantum Riddler. Not bad. All right, there's no way I'm playing around them top decking third Goryo's Vengeance. That's like losing proposition. If you got it, you got it. Blue card. Not a blue card. They put Quantum Riddler on top. Pretty good one. So I want to pick up the subtlety to the Kaito. The damage is the same, and I want to get this Kaito down for 3 mana instead of 4, so that I can potentially draw into a counter spell. I don't know, man. This Tasigur card be doing stuff. Haters gonna say it's fake. Also, I just want to point out that game right there is a huge reason for I liked Tasigur over the Tameo slot, because I'm actually getting my opponent dead instead of making a clue every turn. That spot you could have done Murktide and have Counterspell up, you just surveilled more. Well, I got surveil value, didn't I? Where if I'd gone for Murktide, I would have had a dead card on top. Much as I want to keep this hand. Better. Don't like trimming push here. I cut shoot the sheriff. I want answers to Frog, but I don't care so much about answers to Riddler since I'm bringing in like a bunch of mystical disputes. Like, my game plan against Riddler is to preferably not let Riddler ever hit the battlefield. Then a frog. Second frog. I would absolutely love if this is frog pass. I'd be so happy. Please cast a frog. What you got? Frog Ephemerate pending Goryos. I just want to take Frog, Undercity, go. I really want to convert on this Fatal push. It's like if they draw an Atraxa or some big payoff, then taking the Frog bites me in the ass. Or taking anything but the Frog bites me in the ass. If they draw a Quantum Riddler, like Riddler into land, ephemerate it, then I lose on the spot for not taking the ephemerate. I think I'm just going to take the ephemerate. Now they play Frog. I Fatal Push, play my Frog. They Prismatic Ending my Frog back. I play Second Thoughtseize, take whatever best card is in hand, play Frog. And if they discard like an Atraxa, I play Thoughtseize instead. But they don't, so I play Frog. They spin their turn, Prismatic Ending. We Thoughtseize second Frog. All right, well, we know what's about to happen. Surveil over the Atraxa. Show it to me. Ephemerate. Sweet. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Stupid ass Atraxa. Okay, well, they didn't hit an Ephemerate. They took Polluted Delta, Thoughtseize, Force Negation, Quantum Riddler. Thoughtseize, Force Negation, Quantum Riddler. So I can go... I hardcast the Kaito, right? I try to make my opponent Force Negation this instead of playing their own Riddler. Change things. Polluted Delta, Thoughtseize, Force Negation, Quantum Riddler. Kaito resolves. Get a bunch of non-blue cards. I feel like there's not a big benefit to them thought seizing first, because with Force and Negation, if you just draw like another land, you're not drawing two off of your Riddler, but just getting like a 4/6 body down here is kind of a big deal. They thought seize. Oh, they thought seize themselves? Why do I not pay attention to these things? They thought seize themselves and take their own Force of Negation. Somebody's looking out for us. What's happening? Don't ask questions. That's what's happening at the moment. Just let opponent do their thing. Okay. Plays a little too creative for me. Yeah, at no point was I considering Thoughtseize yourself to even be on the table right here. So I didn't even think to check if that thing was targeting me or them. They have to have a solitude, right? I don't think anything other than solitude makes sense. Damage doesn't really matter. Yes. Got the force negation blue card? Nope. We go top, warp the Riddler. I guess we just go drown that, just in case the last card is like a mystical dispute. I don't want them warp or countering my my Riddler warping into my drown. Just take me off like Odawara. Verdadero, we're 3-1. Hopefully about to be 4-1. Just hard cast Atraxa. Is this Drown in the Lock about to feed families? Less exciting. Do I need to do anything to this? I know one of their cards is Force Negation. We'll just go for the counter. We take those. A play pattern that is so repetitive and problematic that I think it deserved to be banned. Martin Dominguez. Hero the Orphan Guard has been revealed. I guess we'll keep this. Find a Kaito. This is really good. If this is blue-white control, I've seen that some of the red-white land destruction decks have played Kihira. Suddenly, I'm thinking that it's not red-white land destruction. Been a fatal push. I think I'm just going to warp Quantum Riddler here. Froggy action. Is there any chance that they're on... Surely they're not on just like straight blue-red. Kihira. Surveil values out of the way. I want to get Tassiger down here. Could have a counter spell. Era added to hand. Yeah. I'm gonna take that and just hard cast Quantum Riddler. Show me what you got. Solitude off of Kahira. You got it. And this is like kind of similar to the play patterns against the Esper Blink deck of just, hey, you got a Solitude on my Quantum Riddler that just drew me 2 cards. So like I drew 2 cards while you went down 2 cards to deal with my Quantum Riddler. Feels like an okay-ish exchange for me. All right. I guess opponent flooded out, but that's like kind of to a T what I mean about just not putting your threats out in the way that allow you to get 2 for 1 if you can afford to. Obviously, doesn't always work out that way, but if you have the chance to try to navigate in such a manner. Think I'm changing anything. This is the most Orcish plus Kaito matchup at all time. It is. I just need to hopefully find the Kaito. More often than not in this matchup, it's like if you can get Kaito down, there's a 1-turn window where they have to answer Kaito. And if they don't, the game's probably over. If they do, then you're obviously still playing. I'm bringing in a Harbinger. That Harbinger could be like consigned to memory. It could be Stony Silence if I'm really concerned about Isochron Scepter. That's not really the game I want to play. Kept a card on top. Do want to keep making land drops. Opponent's like priced into fighting over this, which is real fun. Because like you really don't want this to resolve and then Kaito. Say as they proceed to let it resolve, and then we'll see what they do. I kind of want to see if they'll fire off something they shouldn't. Nope. Fair. They went like double solitude to stop Kaito. We got Teferi Mystical Dispute. Ew. That's pretty good draw. To warp a Quantum Riddler. Draw into this. See what you got going on. I think we're going to take Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Do I care about Teferi? Yeah. Land for turn. I really thought for a second they were about to Isochron Scepter the Spell Snare. Be like, that is bold. Try to inform this Thoughtseize a little bit. That can... All right, how's this turn gonna go? I Thoughtseize Isochron Scepter. Play out Frog. So they either Supreme Verdict to wipe up the board or Spell Snare. I think I want this. And I take the Scepter so they don't just oops into... yeah, so they're just going to Verdict here, which is good for me because that lets me just resolve Riddler. But I take the Scepter so they don't just oops into an Orm's Chant and, like, game's over. Verdict is gone. Land is the unknown, so you have Spell Snare, Kihira. I have a Quantum Riddler drawing 2 cards. Carry on. Hey, look, it's that thing I stopped my opponent from doing. Solitude. I think that's fine. Like, this is another one of those spots where, hey, I could throw 2 cards away to put the Solitude on top of their library and hopefully draw something else, or I could just let them have that. Move on with my day. Got spell snare, so I can't really rely on this this counter spell to do anything. If they go for Kahira. Pretty good draw. That could be a draw that beats me, depending on what they find. I guess digging 6 for a card isn't like that terribly much. Puts Teferi on top. Right, so their hand is Kahira, Teferi, or Kahira Spell Snare, drawing Teferi. I'm going to play Tasigur, and I think I'm going to activate it right now. I don't want Thoughtseize. I don't want Counterspell. I don't want Psychic Frog. Don't want Bowmasters. Do I want Bowmasters? Bowmasters, no, because they have Spell Snare. Give me a sink into Stupor. I guess it's not like a free. They are tanking on this pretty heavily, which is kind of funny. Gonna give me the sink into Stupor. All right, come on. Play Kahira first. Play Kahira first. You know you want to. Gotta burn this. Now, if you want to bounce a threat, then you open yourself up to the Teferi dying. Do anything on upkeep. Take out Teferi. They know about the sink into Stupor. It's probably worth it just to make this blind. Do I activate it right now? Better if I hit a Thoughtseize. Force Negation, Psychic Frog. Well, I might as well play that out. I know they have the Spell Snare, but it's me down to one card for Riddler. Yep. Got a Kahira. All right. What do we think about ninjutsuing off of a Riddler? He's got one card in hand. Might just be too greedy. What would you like to do? All right, so we're going to deal 8 to them. Deal damage. Ninjutsu Kaito off of the Tasigur. Yes. Go shock in, recast Tasigur, going down to one card in hand to 0 the Kaito, to draw 2, go. Just saying. Just saying. That was the other consideration for Tasigur, is it was the delve threat that I was the happiest to be able to pick up to Kaito, because it was the easiest one to replay afterwards. Place Ginger. think I saw that he was streaming Mardu Energy like yesterday or the day before or something. The frog. Interesting. How do I maximize this turn? I could discard, attack with frog, Tassiger warp. That doesn't sound very good. The frog first. We could have fatal push. Go master. We'll discard Undercity. I guess we can just discard Watery Grave and Surveil. Yeah, it's not great here. I can't Fable of the Mirror Breaker that one. I can't Subtlety that one. All right, so we're just gonna crack in, see what happens. Now I kind of just want to get this frog up to lethal next turn if I can. Ditch is 3. It's up to 5. Warp Riddler is 2 more. That's not lethal. Really like to come away stealing this game 1. I think I discard one of these subtleties as well. Push. Get off a frog, draw a card. I'm going to play out this polluted delta just in the hopes that if he has like a Ragavan or something off the top, I can maybe surveil something dead. Yep. Frog takes game 1. Like pest controls, and I definitely want Harbingers against Mardu. Their mana is quite a bit worse. Find a Mardu energy list real quick. On Bowmaster, Fatal Push Bowmaster. He's got a challenge list from like yesterday. 2 Bowmaster, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Chthonian Nightmare, Celestial Purge out of the board. Two copies of Thraben Charm. So Drown in the Lock could be a little bit of a liability. I just want Tasigur more. Force actually looks pretty decent. 3 Nightmare, or 2 Nightmare, 3 Bombardment, 3 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Legend of Roku coming in. Bowmaster's is mad? How is Bowmaster's mad? He's on 4 Ocelot Pride, 3 Ragavan, 2 of his own Bowmasters. I think that's a good bit to want to interact with. We're apparently on Mono Fatal Push. Gonna be really bad if we don't find lands quickly. Card on top. Okay. Damn it. It's not what I want to see. Right on time, Subtlety. I'm pretty sure this is wrap it up, go to game 3. I guess if I find like Hallowed Fountain for pest control, I might be able to do something. No. Yeah, I'm just not going to show him pest control. Run it back on the play. That's better. Take Nightmare. The card I can't feasibly answer. Okay. I think if he goes for Spyro this turn, I'm going to go for Bowmasters and try to untap and have Passiger counterspell. Have to fight over that stupid thing. Table of the Mirror Breaker. Curious on your sequencing of stuff. Why we went for Thoughtseize on 1. Didn't play Archive on 1. Because I had multiple Fatal pushes in my hand. So I really wanted to maximize my chances of like catching them on double 1-drop. Where if I went Archive on 1 and they played a 1-drop, I can't double push on 2. So I have to decide between Thoughtseize or push. I'm just getting like clogged up on black mana. The last card is Seasoned Pyromancer. Is it worth just thought seizing that away? Or is it better to let them have the draw and Bowmaster can shoot down the Ajani? Probably better just take it. All right, no bombardment, nothing good. Kept a card on top. That's a pretty good one to keep on top. Yep. Pretty good one. About to say, I don't think you want to double block, but there a reason to not leave a fatal push in the yard to a possible tasker activation since you're not both hard casting Bowmaster and cycling? It's because the card I knew about was Seasoned Pyromancer, and it wasn't doing anything into that. Like, I'd rather draw like counter spells. I don't want to have a fatal push sitting in my graveyard, activate Tasigur, and they give me back fatal push while they're resolving like a Legend of Roku. Just not a good exchange on my part. Small Plant should have ate everything but pest control before Ajani resolves. Sure, but I think as soon as the Ajani comes down, the game's over with. Or were you like 10 turns ago?